Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back. Four Quarters Podcast. And today we got a very special guest. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to my man. You already know I got my guy Smiz, of course. What's good?
You already know, man. What's popping?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we got a special guest, Coach Render, who's a part of an organization. He's a coach. Coach, man, introduce yourself, man. Tell us a little about yourself and happy that you're here, bro.
So I'm Coach Render. I'm a part of United Through Hoops, media outlet. Really starting to like really tap in as far as like with the rankings around from Dayton, Southwest Ohio, like basically all over Ohio. I run the Dayton Swish youth program out of Dayton. Um, just trying to just get back to the kids and you know just trying to just be able to just get back to the kids and just be able to you know just get back to the community.
Yes, sir,
Sure,
man.
man.
Appreciate you pulling up on too,
Yes,
man.
sir, Coach.
Oh, no problem, y'all. I'm ready to
Smiz,
talk
what
some
you
high
got
school
for us?
basketball.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that, man. Last pod, man, I forgot that to mention that we played Columbus Academy December 21st, Wayne versus Columbus Academy. They got a kid named Jason Singletary, is that his name?
Jason Singleton.
Jason Singleton. He going to Harvard, 6'4", 6'5".
Wow.
We started off good. It was up at 20 at one point. I know it was double digits at halftime. Everything was rolling. We pretty much kind of contained him. And then second half, we kind of got like lousy with the ball, a lot of turnovers, and they ended up getting back in the game. And he kind of got rolling. I know down the stretch, we missed like 4 free throws in a row. I think we was up like maybe 2 or 3 points. I mean, we was going back and forth, but at one point we ended up missing 4 free throws straight. And then Zay came down and hit 2 free throws. We went up 4, and we ended up winning the game. But it was the first half was a good game. I can't really too much complain. Again, like we been playing all year, unselfish. Second half just got lousy with the ball and just turnovers. They started pressing. Columbus Academy as a team, they really I ain't gonna really just say like Singleton is all they got because he wasn't out there like jacking for real. So like I mean a lot of his buckets he got, I mean, he just did what he did. I mean, 6'4", 6'5". You could tell, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he's a baller. He a cooker, man. So but
Yeah.
yeah, we ended up winning that game by 4. Last night we played Elder. I don't know. I'll blame it on the break, the long break. So from the 21st to the 29th, 29th, 8 days ain't played, but sloppy game, sloppy, just no energy. But I definitely got to give a big shout out to Tay, man. I think he had 23 points, and he took over the game. I mean, he did what he wanted to do. He went to the bucket when he wanted to. He was stopping and popping. He hit a few threes. Like he just took over the game. Like we've been talking about all year, just floor general. And I guess last night was one of them games to where he needed to score. I remember when I talked to you last night and I told you how much he had. You was like, man, that ain't, you know what I'm saying, that ain't like him. Not saying it's out of character, but like you don't think of him scoring 20, you know what I'm saying? But like last night, I mean, it was just he did whatever he wanted to do. He did whatever
I
he
would
wanted to.
say, I would say, I know he's capable of scoring 20, but when you really think about his type of game, he's not a 3-point shooter. He's getting to the rim. He's not. He can shoot. His jump shot has gotten way better since last year, but he's really like almost like a Tony Parker. He scores a lot in the paint.
Yeah, he trying to get to that Baja for sure.
So for him to score 23 points, I was just impressed. And again, I've been impressed with this kid all year. I mean, I think I'd say pound for pound, the best point guard possibly in the Dayton, Springfield, Clark County area. Of course, I need to see more players, but he's been very consistent so far.
No, for sure, for sure.
So with me, like like I said, I done got to see all these kids grow up. You know, I done either coached them or I done coached against them. Like, you know, Tay Shivers has always done showed, you know, just dominance on the floor. You know, um, I think Tay has gotten better as far as like with his shooting ability, and I know he's been in the gym, been working on the shooting. So for him to have like, you know, 23, you know, I'm not surprised, you know, because I know the type of kid like that, like he's willing to have a good game like that, you know, and I do feel like, and this is just, you know, being real. Y'all said it. I feel like he's definitely one of the best in the area, you know, as a PG. And I think like they got to start putting some respect on his name, especially on the 28
Yeah.
list. They got to start putting some respect on his name. You
Fact.
know, I feel like he's like the only reason why he doesn't give that type of love is because of his size.
No, for
You
sure.
know,
Sure.
and I feel like, you know, if he was 6'3", 6'4", he'll probably be a power five guy. You know, he'll probably
Six
be,
two.
Yeah, I
you know
would
what I'm
say
saying?
yeah, for sure.
So it's like you still got to show him love because at the height that he's still putting up numbers, you
He's
know,
powerful.
and he's not only that, he's a kid that he's unselfish.
Yeah.
He's
Like
unselfish.
That's what I
last
love
year,
about his
he
game.
really ain't have a lot to. He really couldn't. He was behind two seniors, so
Yeah,
and he was just whatever was asked of him last year. That's what he went out there and did. So you can't like you can evaluate him from last year, but you can't. But me and him ain't from here, so like our only knowledge of him is from last year. You know what I'm
Freshman
saying?
year
right.
on out. Yeah.
So seeing him from last year to this year is like, oh shit. But then you look back like, well, he really couldn't do nothing last year. You know what I'm saying? He was a
Well,
freshman and
yeah.
behind two seniors. When he getting his minutes, he's doing what he need to do to stay on the floor and to continue getting his minutes. And granted, he definitely made the most out of the minutes, you know what I'm saying, that he got out there. But this year he got a green light. He got the keys to the Bentley. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree.
He whipping it. He whipping it.
Say this real quick about him too, because when you look at him his freshman year, I saw the point guard ability, but I saw more of like a gritty, almost like a Pat Beverly type player, right? He rebounded, he played excellent defense, he was more of a hustler. But this year, you can tell he's been working on his game because I see somebody that now can damn near get to the basket whenever he wants, and he's finishing well on both sides of the rim with touch. You know what I
Yes,
mean? His confidence offensively is getting to a point now where it's like, well, damn, what's he going to be like next year? Because I mean, you do one more jump like that, again, because as you said, Coach, because of his height, he may not be power five, but if he keeps this up, I mean, he's going to be a real Division I threat here in a minute.
I agree. I agree. And I'm gonna say this too, right? Like, you know, when kids come in freshman year, like they're trying to get adapted into the system. So they're trying to figure out, you know, what can I do, what can't I do, you know, and trying to be able to figure out their way. You know, it's hard coming in as a freshman and even coming in as like, you know, one of the top schools around in the area, you know, to first off get a spot. You know, once you get into the rotation, you know, you kind of in there as a freshman. So I think he was just trying to find his way last year and trying to find the comfortability to be able to, you know, bring his game out. Now you starting to see now this year is starting to he's starting to blossom now because now they're giving him a little bit more leeway into what he does. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Next year you're gonna see a whole different bag. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I say about all these kids when they come in as freshmen, right? You know, just do the little things right, and the coaches will definitely they'll reward you. I'm telling you, they will reward you. You want to be a coach's favorite because now once you come out sophomore year, now you can be able to boogie now. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's starting to become. you starting to see the bad come out.
For sure.
And the more and more games that he got, he'll start to show you a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yep.
they for sure. They look good, man. We Springfield, man. I know. Friday. By the time this drop, it'll probably be Friday. It'll be before Friday. Y'all ops, man. Y'all the biggest ops right now. Mad love, man. But y'all ops, man.
Hey,
Y'all know how I'm coming, man. So you feel me? Brace
yeah,
yourself.
hey, you got that game. You got that game
Brace
circled for
yourself,
sure.
man.
What?
Brace
He
yourself.
said brace yourself.
My boys last time, man. You feel
Nah,
me?
that's a fact. That's a fact.
We gotta make it memorable. You feel me?
That's a
Respect.
fact.
And we got
Asante, my
the dub.
dog.
Definitely gotta get the dub. You feel me? But yeah, man. It should be a good one, man. I mean,
Definitely should. It
Man,
definitely should.
I'll say this, man. I don't want to skip too many topics, but you mentioned Springfield, and I think we got to talk about. I think this is
We
a
can talk
perfect
about it. Hey, listen, I've been wanting to talk, man. Like, hey, cause we can get into it. I'm telling you.
man.
opportunity.
Hey,
I
man.
think this is a perfect opportunity to talk about the Phil
Woo.
versus KR. So I'm gonna leave the floor open to y'all. I have my thoughts and my opinions, but hey, we got
No,
Coach
no,
on. I
no,
mean,
nah, nah. First off, hey, that's my man's. Show your school some love, bro.
hey,
Don't
hold
try to
on.
do it like that, bro. You feel
Yeah,
me? So
hey, yeah,
KR,
that's
hey,
yeah.
that's my man's alma mater. You feel me? My man's
Yo,
graduated from KR. You feel me? So man, you
yeah.
feel me?
He
Don't
feeling
change it up,
good.
man.
Okay. He
Change
feeling
up. You
good.
feel
He
me?
feeling good. He feeling good. Ah,
Hey,
yeah. Okay, that makes sense now.
hey,
It's
hold
making
on,
sense.
man.
It's making sense now. Okay.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Nah, man, listen, because I'm gonna keep it real, man. They don't even be sending me the little 10-year anniversary invites. You know what I mean? I don't hate
Okay.
them.
I feel you.
I
Okay.
don't hate them, but I ain't really, they
uh,
don't even really want to bring me in.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but nah, that was
hey, go ahead. You got it.
that's just you know what I'm saying because that's where we from. But man, that was tough, man. That was tough. That was tough to hear for real. And I was at our game, and I'm like, man, Springfield play KR tonight, and then it started hitting my phone. I'm like, what? I mean, I couldn't believe it, but them county teams been giving the field a run for their money the last few years. I know they got beat by Catholic Central a few years ago. Um, and granted, like when we was in school, we played Tecumseh, but like we scored 100. Like them was like stat games. You feel me? You know what it is,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so. But I don't know, man. I mean, I talked to a few people, and they just said that Springfield looked like they overlooked them, and KR played like it was Game 7.
I want
So
to say something real quick before y'all dive in, because I think this is a very important point that we need to make. Okay, so you brought up Springfield when you was at South in the heyday, or one of South's heydays, because they had many heydays, and how y'all would punish some of those non-conference county teams. Your Tecumseh North would always play Kenton Ridge in the beginning of the year, and that was pretty much always a blowout for years and years and years. I think KR may have won one at one point when I was there, but everything else was ugly. But I think we got to point out that Springfield, the city, is going through a lot of changes because kids and families are opting out to these counties. So these kids that would have probably went to Springfield High are now wanting to go to Catholic Central, are now moving into Shawnee's district, are now moving into Kenton Ridge's district. So if you look at it the last few years, you're starting to see some of these other schools who are traditionally not so good step up. A lot of those kids and those families are leaving the city and going to these county schools. And I think that's a factor in why these kids are starting to get better.
no, you right. I didn't even look at it like that for real, for real. Cause I mean, man, like you said, thinking about it, it's like, man, Springfield, like as far as one high school, but I don't no knock. I know as far on paper, they're not better than Springfield. We could at least say that. Now, I mean, of course, you got to play the game, which they did, but it ain't the talent, bruh.
Mm,
Like it can't. It's not the
mm.
talent, bro. We know these kids, like the kids that's on the floor. we either went to school with their parents or like know their parents. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them. So it's like it ain't the talent, bro. It ain't the talent. I mean, that goes back to the Northmont game. They was up 17-2 at one point and they lose by 8. So it's like,
Yeah, that was crazy.
again, I'm not at these games. The game we seen them play was against Centerville, and again,
You
the
soft.
best player don't touch the ball in the last 3 minutes of the game, and they don't score, and then they end up losing. So like, it's this repeated cycle with. Hate to do it, man.
Well, so, well, hold on.
The
Let's
coaching, bro, it gotta be,
okay.
man.
Hey,
Let's
Like,
talk.
I mean, we keep wanting to beat around the bush, but there's no other. I'm sorry, bro. I know basketball. I play basketball. I watch basketball. And when you got kids that's talented in Springfield, bro, you got 3 of the top 5 scorers in GWOC on one team. You got one kid averaging 18. You got another kid averaging 16. You got another kid averaging 12. What's that? 50, 60
Wait a
points?
minute.
That's just 50, 60 points off 3 players.
Wait a minute. I think the leading scorer might be averaging 21, but
But
I
I'm
hear what
just
you're saying.
saying you got 60 points within 3 players, 50, 60 points a night.
Because I
And
got
then
some thoughts on that.
so
Okay, let's do this. Coach, you a coach. Okay, we're gonna pose the question to you. When the
okay.
personnel is there, but the wins aren't coming in, what's going on? I mean, what is your opinion on the matter?
Um, all right. It can be culture. It can be a little bit of culture. It can be coaching. Because my thing is this, right? A coach got to be able to get the best out of their kids at the end of the day. You know, is the kids really playing hard for you, or are they playing, or they playing for stats? You know, you kind of got to look at that just because you might have some kids. You know, the stat lines that y'all just named, they're probably you shouldn't be losing a lot of games like that. But it also comes back down to like locker room. It comes back down to how well the coach is connected to the kids. You know, are you doing a lot of other things outside of basketball? It comes down to that. You know, like it comes down to, all right, when you in them huddles, do they trust you? You know, do the players really trust you? And they really come down to that. I think with Springfield, and this is my thing, right? I think Yinger is a solid coach. I think he's a solid coach. He's not bad. I don't think he know his stuff, but it also comes down to how much can I get my players to play for me? You know, how can I get them to run through a wall? How can I be able to get them to understand, you know, situational basketball? You know, if I got a senior that's averaging 18 points and he's not touching the ball in the last 2 minutes of the game, that's coaching. That's coaching. Let's just keep it. We just gonna keep it a spade a spade. That's coaching. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do think like, and I watched a little bit of that Centerville game, that Centerville Springfield game. Like, if your best player is not touching the ball or you not drawing up design plays, and I'm not saying that they're not, but what I'm saying is if they're not putting the ball in his hands, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna win a game, especially against Cubs. Let's just be honest. Like Cubs is gonna figure out a way to be able to win them type of basketball games.
that's what ended up.
Exactly. It's got to come down to culture. It's got to come down to, are these kids really playing hard for him, or they just playing just to be playing, you know, or just
Let me
playing
play
for a
devil's
scholarship.
advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. This is for coach. This is for you as well, Smitty. When could there be a situation? Because when you look at the leaders, you got Sherrod Lay averaging 19.2 points a game. You got EJ Rice, who is the third leading scorer. Sherrod's number 2, EJ's number 3, and EJ's averaging 16.8. He's
Jeez.
also a top rebounder at 8 rebounds a game. Could there be a situation where we don't have enough basketball for everybody, or I don't know who my main guy is. Could there be an identity crisis on the floor that's causing this problem? And if so, whose fault is that?
Mm.
Well,
It could be. Go ahead, Smith. I'm gonna let you talk.
so you forgot the third one, which is Charles Cunningham.
Cunningham, very
Now,
good. Yeah.
so we'll dive into this because we know. So for the last 3 years, Charles been the leading scorer for
So
Springfield.
1 second, Smith. I didn't mean to cut you off. Charles is tied, I believe. No, he's the number 6 leading scorer in all the GWOC at 13.2 points. I just want to make sure that the
It's a
public knows
lot of
that.
scoring, man,
So go
between
ahead,
three
Smitty. You
guys.
heard something.
So from what I think is the truth, Charles is the leading scorer for Springfield the last 3 years. Sherrod didn't play last year, so you got Sherrod coming in. You know what you're gonna get out of EJ, and then Charles is Charles. EJ gets a lot of his buckets off the rebound, and then you know what I'm saying. There's times to where they get him the ball, and he gonna give you that jumper, the turnaround.
He got a jumper.
So his shots really he could get a lot of his shots without like actually needing plays ran from him for him until you feel me the Centerville the situation. Now Sherrod, he's a cooker. He going to get one. He gonna shoot it. He gonna dribble to go get it. And then you got Charles, who's more of a set shooter. He doesn't do a lot of dribbling.
Yeah,
So at this point, you got to satisfy Charles because he's been there. He automatically has to be satisfied. There's no, I mean, as a coach, and I'm pretty sure you could agree with me. He's proven he's been there. It's
yeah,
like damn near a seniority at the job. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If I'm on temp and you've been there for 10 years, of course you gonna get first shift. And
yeah. That's
you
yeah,
ain't about to come in and get first. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So, but at the same time, you can't. You got to get. I mean, Sherrod got to get involved too. So at that point, coaching, you got to figure out a way to get this man that been leading your team for the last 3 years his shots as well as a cooker to let him cook too. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really count EJ. I don't feel like you got to run a play for EJ unless, like I said, Centerville. There was to a point to where he was the reason they came back. They had the momentum, and then we like, hey, he ain't touching the ball. I mean, they wasn't even running pick and rolls for him and Sherrod to even do. You know what I'm saying? It was just, and then like you said, Cup slowed it down. They start running that flex. They start getting them back doors, putting it down in that paint, getting them
Yeah.
fouls. And the next thing you know, slowly but surely, the game getting
Game
away from.
over.
But it
Game's
was so obvious though. Like it was so obvious, coach. Like it was just you could just see it. Like you could just see it just you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? More so from not the play on the court, but the coaching. You know
yeah.
What,
what I'm saying?
what
So
coach, real quick? My bad, Smitty. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say something before you dive in, coach. I was going to say, because Smitty, you made a point. You said you got to satisfy Cunningham because he's been there. He's a proven guy. So we got to find opportunities for him. Then you got EJ. Then you got Sherrod. But when Sherrod's averaging 19, EJ's averaging 16, Cunningham is averaging 13, it seems that all of them are getting the ball. So it's like, well, what else is the problem? Now, again, Coach, go ahead, because I think you was going to say something based off what Smitty said. But I just want to throw that out there because everybody's getting the touches.
I got you.
It seems like it.
Now, it also comes down to who you playing. It also comes down to because some of these scores might be inflated a little bit. It might be inflated. I may be wrong, but some of it might be inflated because of some of the games that they played. Now, it also comes down to it. About winning the basketball game. It comes down to can you execute in the half court. That's what the game comes down to in the fourth quarter. Can you execute down in the fourth quarter within 3 minutes left? That's what it comes down to. It comes down to coaching. You know for a fact, and y'all just said it, Cup's going to slow the game completely down if he got to. He can slow the game completely down, run his chin series. He gonna run all that, the hammer actions, he gonna run that. It comes down to, can you defend in the half court and can you score in the half court? That's what the game comes down to. And I don't know if they can be able to defend in the half court for 35 plus seconds.
Hey man, you just peeled back a critical onion. I'm gonna go ahead and let Smitty respond to that, but I'm picking up what you're putting down.
But
For sure,
you
for sure.
you kind of could you got to add in flow of the game as well, kind of
That
like
too.
you said. So against Centerville, Charles only had 2 points until the fourth quarter, and
Mm,
if I want to be correct, he didn't really have too many shots neither. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Now there was a few times to where I want to say he got open, maybe like a deflection, and then he hit a three, and then in transition he came. Then he kind of started getting it flowing. So, like you said, as far as like the numbers and who they play, kind of different. You know what I'm saying? The difference in it, but to me, just from knowing, you know what I'm saying, that game and knowing Charles's game and Shiraz, it's like he probably ain't getting a lot of shots up because he ain't taking nobody off the dribble. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
right.
his shots is coming off, and we was saying it like, bro, you got to run him off screens. It's damn near like Clay and Steph. Like he just
Yeah.
nonstop running. He got a nonstop run.
I
In
want to
order
add a
for
wrinkle.
him to get open to get his looks, because and there's no knock or nothing on him like that. But he ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sherrod,
That's not
you know
his
what I'm
game.
saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
So I want to throw a
the
wrinkle in this
ball's in
for you.
Sherrod's hands a lot more than it is Charles.
Well, I was going to say something about that real quick because I think everything. I think everything that y'all are saying is 1,000% on point. But I just want to add another maybe wrinkle to the situation. And I think when you look at Springfield in terms of personnel, we talked about the scoring, and y'all pointed out, the half court execution, the flow, and things of that nature. I think another problem that Springfield is seeing right now is that I don't think they really have a true point guard.
Mm,
When you look at Wayne, this is why Shivers is so tough to me, because you can be short and play the point guard position and not be a point guard. And in my opinion, Sherrod, as dynamic as he is, I'm not saying he can't pass and he can't set his team up, but that's not really, I don't know if that's his.
MO.
You know what I'm saying? So, and point guards tend to be your coach on the floor, at least the
yeah.
traditional ones, right? So
Yeah.
I think when you really dive into the personnel, I think that could possibly be a problem too. Now, again, this is coming from somebody that's only saw Springfield play one game, but I'm just hearing things. And when I see what they did against Centerville, again, Sherrod is very dynamic. Sherrod to me is more of a two guard than a point guard, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Well, CJ's back too, and I'm sure CJ plays the one. So I don't know how they look with CJ again. He didn't
Well,
play.
do y'all want to
They
hear
had
something?
3 players out when they played Centerville. So
Y'all want to
I
know
don't
something?
know if he'll be playing Fridays.
I got something for you. TJ's averaging 13 points a game.
So that even
So you got 4 guys that's averaging over 10 points and you still losing basketball games? Hey man, I don't know how you losing basketball games. You got 4 guys that's averaging over 10 points. You
Listen,
should be undefeated.
now
so
check this
that's
out.
so when you add him, that's like almost 70 points
Hold
a
on real
night.
quick. CJ just came back. He just came back. But in the 2 games that he's played, he's averaging 13 points a game. He's shooting 60% from the field. He's hit 5 threes. His 3-point percentage is 71%, and he's shooting 100% from the free throw line.
He 50, 40, 90.
Yeah,
That's
he
I mean, like
acting
you
like
said,
You're still losing games.
it's still efficient. Yeah, it's still efficient.
You still losing basketball games. That's what I'm just. But see, here we go, and I'm glad we talking about Springfield right now. See, this is the thing about Springfield. Springfield looked good for about 3-4 games. They'll go undefeated, you know, and they'll get everybody
Out on my city, bro.
going.
Hey, time out, time out. Hey, chill out on the city, bro. Hey, chill. Hey, all right now.
Hey,
Like,
listen,
Yo,
hey, you
listen. This
acting like you
been
from
listen,
there, bro. Chill
Smitty.
out,
You
bro.
know this been
Hey, man, you
happening for
speak.
about
Hey,
4 or
you
5 years.
speaking the gospel right now, bro. Like you is speaking the gospel. That's the field fans to the team, bro.
Hey, listen, I swear.
That's the
Listen,
field.
you know what it is. They'll go about 3-0, 4-0. You know, they'll get everybody juiced up. Talk. Ah, man. Then
I,
I was just talk. I was swear I was just talking to somebody about this. They'll go about 3-4-0. They'll get to Centerville. They'll play Centerville hard. They'll lose to them. Cool. Then they'll just slide all the way down back to the 7-8 spot. I'm like, it's probably only been like 1 or 2 years. I think probably ever since Moss left. When they had Moss in them, when they made that run to regionals, they was
When they
good.
got beat by Moeller.
When they got beat by Moeller, yes, they was good. They was good. After Moss left, it was like a 3-0, 4-0. They'll lose to Centerville. Then Wayne
Yeah,
will come
they was
in.
going
Wayne
through
come
the
in.
coaching change. They had a
will
few
say
of them
that.
years that was
Yeah,
going through the
yeah,
coaching. Yeah,
Yeah,
but Yinger
that's
probably
a
been the coach
factor,
for the
man.
last 2-3 years. Yinger ain't been there that long. I want to say
Nah,
probably Tays,
you're right.
probably like 4 years. He probably been there, my
Well,
son.
and that's what I said. About 4 or 5 years,
right.
they've been going on that 3-4 game win streaks from the start. You know, the numbers look inflated. Everybody averaging probably about 10 points a game. Then all of a sudden, they'll run into Centerville. They'll play Centerville hard. Don't get me wrong. They'll be like, oh yeah, either they'll beat Centerville or they'll lose to Centerville. Because one year they beat Centerville.
Last year they beat them twice and they lost in the playoffs.
Right, exactly. They
It, Render, you
Springfield be
right,
looking
bro.
promising.
You right. It's just coming up, growing up, playing, and then like it's a culture thing in Springfield. Like we took that shit personal putting on that blue and gold. Like, you know what I'm saying? We grew up, we went to the games, we seen the John Moves, the John Carsons, you know what I'm saying? We seen the L Graces. Like we couldn't wait to get up there so we could, you know what I'm saying, staple our name into being, some of the great teams up there. You feel me? Like shit, I played for arguably the best team to come through there, 04, 05, you feel me? So like we took pride in that, and I feel like a lot of that is lost. But it start at the head, like you said, you got to have that culture in that locker room. Like we was willing to die for one another when we was in that locker room. When we stepped out on that floor, it would if we had to dive into the stands, run into a wall, jump over the scorers table, like we was doing whatever we had to do to you know what I'm saying, to show that grit, to show that grind for Springfield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Springfield known for sports like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
like
for sure.
they
And my
definitely missing that, bro. I got to keep it all the way real. I can't even sugarcoat that. Like that's definitely missing, and it's been missing for a while. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and my thing is this, right? Like Springfield is known for, playing hard, playing tough, gritty. You know, it's a hard out. If you go into Springfield and go win at Springfield, you really good. Especially back in the day. If you went to Springfield and won at Springfield South, you was good. You
It
was
was tough.
good. You
Right.
was good. But you was going in, you was going into a trap game going in there because boy, I remember the old high school, man.
But
Hey,
damn,
that old Springfield
bro,
South,
nigga, man,
hey
nigga wouldn't be
man.
able to
Hey,
survive
that
at
was the
10
trap.
points.
I'm telling you, that
I
was the
mean, man,
trap.
we niggas is breathing on you down that mud. They standing up on the stairs. They ain't even got seats. It's hot as
Facts.
hell in there. Like what?
Facts.
Breathe.
Hey,
Like
it's a hot box
man,
in there
I'm
for
like
sure.
that's another thing. Like man, that it's too pretty in there, man. Like
Yeah, it's too
it's
open.
too
They got
pretty in
new
that
court
gym,
in
man.
there.
It's too
Ah,
many
yeah.
seats in there, man. Like, nigga, if you ain't here
Yeah.
by JV, beginning to JV, you ain't getting in here. You ain't gonna have
Right.
a
Facts.
seat at least. Cause at this
Right.
point,
Facts.
we just selling stand ups. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. But it's just about the buy-in though.
Nah, for sure.
Like like they got to be able to buy in if they want to be able to be good. Because I feel like they got a 29 class that they got a couple kids that's pretty good. You know, they got the kid Timothy. They got Tim. They got Mike. You know, and I think they're getting like some varsity minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I really think, you know, Springfield got a lot of athletes. They have athletes for sure. Like, you ain't got to worry about, like, Springfield not having athletes. You know what I'm saying?
You
They
say
do got them. But it's all in if they want to buy in or not.
nah, for
That's
sure.
all it is.
For sure, man. We just gonna stay on the G-Walk, man, and I just really want to listen, man. I just really want to apologize to the good people down there in Tri Village. Uh, I was not familiar with
I'm
y'all's game
sorry.
down there, but
You want to go there?
I'm sorry. I apologize, but excuse
Ooh.
my. Man, I ain't even gotta say that. Y'all beat the shit out of Fairmont the other night, boy. Like,
Hey,
hey,
one
man.
second, man. Hold on, man. I got a picture on my phone, bro. I showed this picture to like 5 people that don't even care about basketball. I just had to show it to them. But the picture was basically, I took a picture of the scoreboard, and this was the second quarter. They had 36 seconds left, and the score was 35-7.
What?
It
They
was
had 7 points
30.
at halftime.
Excuse me. Hold on. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that?
Is that a varsity game? That
Var-
was
That is the
varsity.
game. 5-7.
Hey,
Is he like a
I want to
football star?
say we was like 5 minutes late, and it was like 20
Dude.
something to 3. And
Mhm.
I'm like, huh? Listen,
Confused.
man. Listen. They out there hitting threes. They in their face talking shit. I'm talking about like, bruh, listen,
All
you would have thought it was like a Dunbar Stivers game or something. How bad they was
five.
in their face
You
talking
are.
shit. Huh?
Hey,
Am I lying? Was they in their
hey,
face
Nah,
coach.
talking shit?
you
I'm
ain't
Coach,
talking
lying.
listen.
big
You
boy
ain't lying.
shit.
Coach, I'm
Uh,
talking about
the
all
guard,
5 positions.
the guard out there doing the guard really out there sunning them, hitting
Trey.
threes, laughing at them, blocking them. Oh, listen, this was a total display of a
Oh
belt to
man.
ass, belt to ass in every form of the word. It was ridiculous. Like, I couldn't
Ooh.
believe it. I
Hey,
couldn't
listen,
believe it, man.
Smitty, listen. When you told me, you text me, it was like I asked like how was the game going? Man, you said it was 51-14 the start of the fourth quarter. I looked at my phone and I said, "You talking about JV?" I said, "Nah, that's a JV score." Man, when you said that was varsity, I said, "Oh my God, it couldn't be." And then I saw the post. I first of all, I couldn't believe Fairmont even had the audacity to like post the score.
Oh, they
I
do.
said, "Hey man, hey, I salute them." That might have been a score I would not post at
I
all.
seen something like that, and they
Never
just
happened.
put "we lost." That was what they didn't even post a score. It just said we. It had the teams, both teams, and it put "we lost." Like, I should have took a picture of it, man. But
Hey, yo.
man, and McGraw, is that his name?
Yeah,
Jay,
Jay McGraw.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jay
they
McGraw.
had this. He had to be a football player. They ran this. They ran a 2-3, and every time they got it, and he tried to. It looked like the Carl Anthony Towns when he trying to go in the boogie, and he making that face, and Boogie just sitting there like that. It was like that all night. He wasn't even moving. He's just standing there like. He even missed a dunk. He got a steal. He was all by himself. He cradled it. Boing. I'm like, it was just one of them nights. Boy
Oh
hit a
man.
three from the other end of the court to end the half for Tri Village. It was like
No,
it
that
was just
was,
one of
hey,
them nights,
let me
man.
tell you something. When he hit that three, you talk about 3/4 of the court. You talking about 70 plus foot three. I think it was either a halftime or in the third quarter. When they did that, I said, "Hey, man, this is like a nightmare, bro." Like, I think y'all should just forfeit the game, shut it
And
down,
guess
fam.
what
This
he did
ain't right.
after he hit it? He walking to the bench talking cash shit.
You
Yeah, he
talking about
was.
the point guard? You talking
Point
about
Yeah,
what's his name? Trey
Trey.
Sagaster?
Yeah,
Yeah. He
cash
a dog.
shit.
Yeah, he a
yeah.
dog. He a dog.
Well, I want to say this real quick, man. When we went to that game, bro, first and foremost, I've never been to that part of Ohio ever. It's up northwest. You damn near going to Richmond. Okay.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing out there.
yeah.
No,
It's a boring ride. It's a
I mean, it's
boring
a
ride.
boring ride. You get into town. The town is such a town that you damn near don't know what year it is. Me and Smidge, we stopping at every stop. We hitting all the signals. You know what I'm saying? We order our P's and Q's because I don't know where I'm at. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then we see the stadium and you see the school. You see like this big, almost like New England Patriots emblem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I just as soon as I seen it, I had a weird feeling, bro. We get into the game, and I think Smidge, you pointed out it was like 22-3. And you look at this team, bro, and hey, man, we not, this is a multicultural podcast, right? We're
For
fair,
sure.
but all white boys though, all farm white
Yeah.
guys, and they running, they shooting threes. They got the point guard Trey. He got the handle. He coming down court. He got a wide open lane to the cup. We think he gonna go to the cup. Nah, man, he stopped, shoot the three on a fast break. I'm like, bro, what
Nah,
is?
he like that. Nah,
I'm
he
like,
like that.
I'm
He
like,
like
fam,
that.
what?
Nah,
You,
he like
man,
that.
you like, man, I know he ain't. And he did it.
Nah,
Splash. And
he
then
like that.
to add insult to injury, bro, they got this, man, they got this ogre. They got this center. He got to be 6'6", 350 pounds, man. Easy. I'm thinking he going offensive lineman. He might be going to Penn State or Ohio State or something. He a hooper. I'm talking about he had, and this is what's crazy. The week before this, I went on the podcast and I said Jaden McGraw might be GWOC Player of the Year. I was really pumping him up because I was very impressed with him. Obviously, they played Wayne. I watched him against Centerville. He was tearing Centerville. Oh, man, he was just killing them, dunking,
Yeah.
all that. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, he's tough. Man, those farm boys are so rough and rugged, and they run such a nice camp over there. They was pushing him around. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
like Steve was saying, they talking cash all game. The point guard talking cash. They coming off the bench talking cash. I mean, that was one of the first times I was like, you know what? I watched somebody get their heart taken. I watched the body language. I watched the whole vibe of Fairmont. Even the crowd. It's like Tri Village took their soul. And they didn't just take their soul because they were so talented at basketball. They out toughed them. They reminded me
Yeah.
of like 2001 Beaver Creek, back when they was sweet at hoops.
Yeah. So how can I unpack this real quick? So
How you get them to rank them in the Dayton area? Like, how did y'all?
say that one more time.
I said, how did y'all like get them?
Okay, so okay. Hold on. Let me talk about Trey Sagaster real quick, because Trey Sagaster is probably one of the top seniors around in the Dayton area for sure.
I'll give him that for sure.
He he's
He can
he's
play.
definitely
He's
he's
a cooker.
definitely one of the
He's a
top for
cooker. He's
sure.
definitely on that cooker list for sure.
So and I don't know if y'all know, Tri Village is the number one D6 team in the state right now.
We
They're
tapped in for sure.
they're legit. I saw them at Wright State for the Wright State shootout in the summer, and they gave Troutwood a game. You know, Troutwood might not have everybody there. You know what I'm saying, because of football and stuff like that. But just seeing them, I got to see them a little bit play against Troutwood, and how they was just poised. Like, I knew for a fact they're gonna make a state run because they're kind of senior led. The best player, he was averaging like almost about 25, 26 last year.
Man,
So I'm not surprised that he'll probably come back in this year and probably average probably around that. Um, I know Tri Village is going to be really good. They're going to be really good. I really think they got a chance to win the state. and D6.
No
So
doubt.
it's going like I know around in the region it ain't too many teams because if you look at it right now, right, and we looked at their schedule, and this is how we kind of like rank the teams, you know, um, we kind of look at them like who they're playing, what division that some of the other teams that they're playing. We kind of go off of their records and stuff like that and everything else. We kind of like I had Tri Village around about the 5-4 spot just because they're ranked number one in D6. So you got to show them some love. They're actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So like it was a couple games that we was going to look at to see like if we can bump them up a little bit more. And Fairmont was one of the games. It was between Fairmont and Jonathan Alder that they ended up beating by 20 in Columbus. So when they beat Jonathan Alder, I was screaming, hey, they might need to go up four or something. They're undefeated right now. Once again, they're number one in D6. You got to show them some love around here. And the next test was going to be against Fairmont. I wanted to see how they was going to do against Fairmont. They're a Division One team, probably in the best conference in the area, and they beat Wayne. They already got the best player in the GWOC right now. I think he's averaging what about before
21.
this game, he was averaging about 21 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you talking about the best player in the GWOC, and you hold him to 7 points? You
Team
hold him to seven
team
points is tough.
I would say so. I just want to piggyback on
effortlessly
what you're
though.
saying.
It wasn't even like it was effortless. Like you damn
Couple
near
things
didn't
real
even know
quick.
he was on the court.
Right.
I want before y'all dive into that, I just want to say something real quick about that game. And this is not taking anything away from Tri Village because you can't. But I think Fairmont I think if Tri Village plays Fairmont 10 times out of 10, I think they might lose 9 of those. And the reason why I say that is because Fairmont, their shooters have to get hot. Listen, how they beat Wayne is still a conundrum to me. I still don't understand, right? I don't think they'll beat Wayne ever again, right? The thing about Fairmont, they go as Jaden goes, McGraw. And you got a 6'6". I just looked it up. Don Black is his name. He's 6'6", 290 pounds. He's a junior. He's got offers. He's a football guy. He's an offensive lineman. He's got offers from Maryland, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Marshall. Now, y'all know how it is. By the time he gets to his senior year next year, he may have even more offers, right? But just
Yeah.
telling you the potential and the size of this young man, bro. He's 6'5", 6'6", 300 pounds. I feel like they are tailor-made to where if all you have is a big man and you really don't have legitimate cookers on the three-point line outside of that, you're done. They're
Yeah.
going to completely neutralize you, and they're running a 2-3 matchup zone to perfection. I'm telling you, you got to go back to 0199 Centerville or old school Beaver Creek when they didn't have no athletes, but that zone was causing like, man, how are y'all covering all this ground with this 2-3? That's
Right.
how they look. I just feel, again, all I'm trying to simply say is that Tri Village is tough. I think they're going to be a state winner. They're one of the best teams that I've saw all year long. But when you look at that matchup against Fairmont, it is like a tailor-made matchup. Like, they got them. And I think if they play them nine more times, they're going to do the same thing. Unless the
Yeah.
shooters start hitting threes, it's over.
I don't even think they shot that many threes though.
That,
I don't, man. They just
hey man, they got punched in the mouth, bro.
no,
Because
no. I mean, when you say they beat us, we had 25 turnovers and missed 16 free throws, lost by 4. So
But so I'm a Wayne guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be part of Wayne train and everything else. But the performance that Jay McGraw had against Wayne was crazy. It was crazy.
big.
Yeah. So and that's the thing, right? Like I feel like that was a wake up call because I feel like Wayne was better than him. Obviously, they're better than him, but You can't come in thinking you better than somebody and think that you're going to win the game automatically just off the paper. You can't think like that at all. You
Oh, for
still got to
sure.
play the game at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I think the next time around they might end up getting dubbed. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne
So
will kill them next time. I mean, I ain't gonna say kill them, but I don't see Fairmont beating Wayne ever again. Obviously, they only got
no,
one more game, but I'm just saying I don't see them beating them. But when you look at Jaden McGraw, you watch him play Centerville. He has scored 33 points against Centerville, bro.
that's tough.
I left that game. I didn't know if I was watching Tim Duncan or the Joker. I mean, he did it all. He hit threes. He was dunking. He put his back to the basket. He had touch around the rim. I'm looking at this kid like, hey, man, if this guy was 6'6", 6'7", he would be one of the best players in the whole country because he's really 6'3" short. He's a very undersized player. But again, you're completely neutralized against a team like let me tell you something. If there's a big out there to match up with Jaden, he kind of got exposed a little bit. He's been able to bully Centerville. He's been able to bully Wayne. He's been able to bully all these teams. That was the first game where there was no bully activity whatsoever, man. He was over there
Yeah.
with another stud in a trap zone. Every time he touched the rock, man, it kind of reminded me of the old Spurs, man. They just take things away from you. Whatever you're good at, they take it away from you. And that's what Tri-Village did to Fairmont, in my opinion.
Yeah. I do think I think Tri-Village is that good though.
I do too.
I really and truly think Tri-Village is really that good. And I think, like I said, like when we come out with these rankings, you know, Tri-Village is they got a conversation to really talk about if they really top 3 or top 2, you know, in the area, you know. So because that Fairmont, like you can't discriminate the Fairmont dub on how they beat them,
No
not
doubt.
just them beating them,
They
but
beat the
how they
shit
beat them.
out of
You know what I'm
them.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. Total
Like
dominance.
that
Yeah,
that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking about a D6 school beating a Division 1 school, you know,
On the G.
arguably in the best in the GWOC, like one of the top teams in the GWOC,
right.
and you beating them by 40
They tough.
is crazy.
Effortlessly though, bruh.
Tough. I
That
got a
It's
high.
game was over at
crazy.
halftime.
I got a
That's
high.
what I'm saying. But shout out to Fairmont because I do think Fairmont is a top half of the GWOC team. You know what I'm saying? Like I do think they're still top half of the GWOC team, but I do think as well that they're let me say this, they're just like Springfield. They are just like Springfield. You know, they'll win about 4 games in a row, and then they'll hit a wall where they play Centerville, they'll lose, and then it's just a slide, you know.
I really think it's a talent thing. I really do with Fairmont. I think Jaden is a stud, but I don't see much around them. And when I really look at that Tri-Village game, not again, I ain't taking nothing away from Tri-Village. They are cold. But it looked
Yeah.
like from the players to the coach, when they got hit in the mouth by Tri-Village, it's just the intensity, man. I watched Wayne do the same thing against Centerville. Sometimes a team will jump out on you so crazy that your coaching doesn't even have time to adjust because the threes keep coming, the buckets keep coming, the turnovers keep coming. And that's how it looked with Fairmont. It looked like everybody got punched in the mouth to where Jaden's getting the ball, he's holding it too long, they steal it. Where it's like, okay, man, you see they trapping you and they got this 6'6" monster over here. So as soon as you get the rock and you don't see nothing, there has to be an open man. It's just a law of numbers, but they not
Yeah.
thinking like that. So again, man, I'll give Tri-Village their credit in that they are actually very tough. Because I told Smiz, I was like, they might be a top 2, number 1 team in the GWOC if they was to play in the GWOC right now. Like, period.
Think so? Hold on. Whoa. You hold on. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think they'll beat Wayne?
We talked. You
Wayne,
know, we talked about that.
hold on, hold on. Hold on, man. Hey, if you ask Smiz, I told him that would be the one to beat him because of the personnel. It's the matchup. Because here's what I'm trying to say about Wayne. Wayne is a team of 3-point shooters, ball handlers, and guys who can get the rebound and go. To me, that becomes a problem against Tri-Village because Wayne is not looking to get the ball into their big and have the ball sit. They're swinging it. And they all shooters. They got shooters on the bench. And then I'm going to tell you this is really the difference, one of the key difference makers. Wayne got a true point guard. He's not going. He's going to get them rolling. He's going to be the poise when they get punched in the mouth. He's going to take that punch and be like, hey, it's cool, man. It was nothing. I ate it. Relax. You go over here, you do that, and they going to roll. Wayne is the only team, in my opinion, that can beat them. Centerville, maybe. Springfield, toast. No disrespect, Springfield, toast. Everybody else in the GWOC, toast. I say if Tri-Village was to go into the GWOC right now, they would be either number 1 or number 2. And I told Smitty this, and he can tell you that Wayne is the only team that can beat him.
So I'm okay, because I wanna be able to kind of like kind of go back and forth with it. You got to understand too, right? Being number 1 in the GWOC, like you got to beat everybody. Either that or you got to split. So you're gonna have to see them 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy at all.
Agreed.
Now, if you just talking about just going through just one time, you might have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Which I think
but you gotta come back around and come see them again.
Coach,
and that's what makes the GWOC tough.
No, correct. I just think it comes down to personnel, man. They immediately, right out the gates, have one of the best point guards in the GWOC right out the gates in Trey. They immediately, out the gates, have one of the best players in all of the GWOC, which is Trey. They have immediately a top 2 big man immediately with the Dom kid. So it's like all the elements are there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're gonna walk right in and be like, "Hey, I got my 5. What's up? Who you bringing? Oh, you got Shivers? Okay, yeah. Well, I got Trey. Oh, you got Jaden? Yeah, he's sweet. I got big boy Ogre over here. He heavy in the paint, fam. What's up? You got your 5? I got my 5. What you want to do? And they got coaching. I'm just, listen, man.
They got coaching. I will say they can coach.
We can hypothetical till the cows come home. I agree. I get what you're trying to say. They got to see him twice. They got a game plan. They got to see Cups twice, the mastermind. They got to see that man twice. I'm just saying, it's just personnel to me, man. When you got a bona fide big like that, and they got the only really bona fide big out there, because he wasn't just bullying Jay Smith, keep it real, man. He was posting him up, hitting hooks, jump hook,
shit.
laying it up.
Yeah.
He wasn't just bullying him. He was finessing him. He took his soul.
Like he said, man, them white boys was talking so much shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I kept tapping him like, fam, you see this? I couldn't believe it, bro.
Hey,
I definitely ain't expect to walk in and see that shit, bro. That was like, it was damn near a culture shock. I'm like, what the?
Hey, listen. All you could do was leave that stadium and be like, hey, man, respect.
Was it?
For real.
Listen, and the halftime music was kind of fire. They had the tunes rocking. Hey, I was impressed.
Oh, they did their
totally
thing. They did their thing.
Hey.
Definitely shouts out to Tri-Village, man.
Tri-Village, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I wish I knew
I
what
gotta give y'all respect
was.
to that United through hoops too. That was a good call on y'all's part.
Listen, y'all put us on because I'm gonna keep it real. I think he texted you, Coach.
Because he did. Yeah, he did.
Kind of like, hey, should we drive an hour? Like, nobody wants to drive an hour plus and see a whack game.
Nah, for sure.
I'm like, nah, they legit. And then I looked them up and I saw Trey. I saw that he was 1,000-point scorer. And I saw that he was averaging like 20 a game. I was like, oh, yeah, it's Smiz. I mean, you driving, let's go.
Nah, for real. And that's the thing, right? Like, we want, like, I think, and I ain't trying to put nobody else's, little media takes about rankings and stuff, but I feel like what we do, like, We know all the kids. We done been out in the field. Like we know like who these kids is. We know some of these. We know some of these teams. Like you got to really know your basketball to be able to put out something that you got to have other guys to be able to see and be like, all right, I'm gonna go watch them play. You
Oh, for
know,
sure. Especially
yeah,
us, we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We just now getting into it. You feel me? So for
So it's like,
list to kind of give us a little brainstorm, and of course, you know the big names you hear about. Of course,
yeah,
Pleasant Mercer,
yeah.
Lima. So
So it makes it valid. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it real valid to the point like, oh no, we gotta go off of like what United Through Hoops and them got going on. We have to go off of them because they're the ones that's really like they're really putting it together the right way.
Y'all
no,
was
y'all
on y'all game.
was ball, man,
I
for
never
sure.
Nah, for
heard of
sure.
Tri until I saw that list. So
Me
Nah,
neither.
listen, like we been hip to Tri Village. Like they got a kid, they got a 29 kid that's really good. That's like he highly ranked in the state. Like he done played on like his dad his dad he coached with uh like some highly ranked kids from 29. You know what I'm saying, from the 2029 class. His name Cole Clevenger. Like he's gonna be the next one. He's like he kind of plays just like how Trey Sagerster played. So he the next one lined up. So Tri Village got another PG that's gonna come in and average about 20 plus.
Oh,
right.
that's what's up.
But nah, so yeah, but yeah, we can definitely talk about another game, man. Hey, this
We
ain't
went
too
to go
bad.
check out Dunbar and Aiken, man. That was the best game that we went to go see, man.
For sure.
It started off, man. Aiken, they was going back and forth for a minute, and then Aiken kind of they went up 10, and then
Yeah,
Dunbar went on maybe what a 5-6 point run right before half, and I think they got it down to 4. Before I go to the second half, I really want to commend the coaching staff at Dunbar
Mm-hmm.
because when they came out that second half, Moses was super aggressive. He got him going. Shout out to Moses, man. He got him going. He started getting to that Baja. I don't know his name. The light skinned kid.
Yeah, he
yeah,
did. Mm-mm.
yeah. J Mall Whitfield.
The first half, and then second half they started getting it rolling. Aiken's point guard, he started off strong first half, and then second half, I mean, it was kind of like he wasn't out there, and they're big. He was nice, man. They're big. I don't number 13
He
had
is
Reds. What's
His
his
name,
name?
his name, is like DeAndre.
I got you. Hold on. I'll pull
I
it up.
forgot it's like
His
he
name
got
is
like a two.
DeAndre Carr Short.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
his name. Yep, that's his
he
name.
He
was
had a
he was
game.
he had a good, but the refs was letting them play, but they was letting them play too much.
Oh
You
my
know what I'm
God.
saying? Like
I
it
didn't
was
like
a
that.
physical game, but it was like, hey man,
Yeah. I
you
didn't like
know what
that,
I'm saying?
man.
You could
I'm
call the
cool.
foul. That was a good game. Dunbar ended up winning by 3. The point guard had 2 perfect looks to tie the game, and they just didn't fall.
I
They
was going to
just
say something about that, man, because the Chris Washington guys who you're talking about for Aiken, I believe he's averaging
Yeah.
20 points a game. I
Mm-hmm.
really like this kid. He's kind of got it's like a weird body type. He's short, but he's got these gangly, weird, long Allen Iverson arms. Like it's kind of like he's short, but he makes
man,
up
you did
for it.
keep saying that. Like, look at his arms.
This dude's arms was weird, bro. He's like, you could just tell he's an athlete, man. I really like that dude. But to Smidge's point, bro, it's like the second half came and it was like, I hate to say it, man, but it did kind of feel like he disappeared a little bit because you see what he's doing in the first half. He got the rock in his hand. He putting pressure. He going to the cup. You know what I mean? You could just tell, like, who is this dude? I remember you text Sante like, hey, man, they got a nice point guard because he is nice. But whatever happened in that second half, and maybe we got to give credit to Dunbar. Maybe we got to give credit to their defense. But he just got neutralized, and pretty much it came down to DeAndre, and there was another younger point guard.
Number three,
he ended up hitting a couple shots. They had a cat off the bench that scored 9. He had a good game as well. A cat named Roman Ferguson. But it was really the big man that kind of carried them. He stayed aggressive the whole game. He was focused the whole game. He was rebounding. Another thing that really stood out to me is that he went 7 for 8 from the foul line. And these was big second half free throws. So you saw his poise as well. So I was just really impressed with DeAndre Carter. Now, not to take nothing away from my man's Chris, because that second half in the crunch, man, he had 2 looks. And I feel bad for him that none of them dropped, because if he hits one of them threes, we are having a totally different conversation about this dude. I mean, and one of them threes, he either takes it to OT or he probably wins the game. But they was just, it just like that sometimes, man. They didn't drop. But Dunbar, man, a very small team, undersized, the very little. I think the average height on that squad's got to be 5'9". You know what I mean? But they're all basketball players. They can all dribble. They can all shoot. They're all players. They're not just a short team. They're a team of players. They're just smaller, and they won. You know, say what you want to say about them.
So, man, it was crazy. Like I said, and I kind of started out the podcast with it. Like them was the other guys that I didn't watch and played against. You know, Chris Washington, DeAndre Short. You know, they from Cincinnati, play with Natty Elite. You know, I know them type of kids. You know what I'm saying? So like Chris Washington, he was at Purcell Marion last year, and I don't know if whenever y'all get a chance, go look up his stats from last year. I think he averaged like almost about 27, 28 a game last year. Nah, yeah. Chris Washington is probably one of the most underrated point guards in all of 2027 class in Ohio. Like he's legit, like he's a dog. Like he deserves, yeah, he deserves to be in that conversation. So like, you know, watching him play, like, and y'all right, the first half, like he was a killer, you know, and I think second half he kind of like diminished a little bit, you know, just playing a point guard role, you know, just trying to make sure everything is still going, everything else, because they was in full control of the game. They was in totally full control of the game, and then all of a sudden, to Smitty's point, you know, Dunbar had made a run going into halftime. I think they cut it to like about 6 or 4, and then all of a sudden Dunbar just they made a run and it went up 10. You know, and kind of control the rest of the game. So, you know, but you know, going back to Chris Washington, but Chris Washington, he's definitely one of the best players, definitely in the state. So, going to Dunbar, you know, I feel like Moses Sanford is a dog. You know, I think Moses kind of like, once again, kind of like how Tay does. For his size, he gets overlooked at times, but we also gotta keep it a buck. Like he's one of the better guards in the city. You know, he's one of the better guards. I think he leads the league in assists. You know, I think he leads the league in assists. I think he's like one of the top with steals, and that's what you want as a point guard. You know, he's a real. You want to talk about floor generals? He's a real floor general. Like he gets everybody involved. Like I even saw on film, and this is just little things, right? I even saw on film one of his guys like end up making a mistake, and we went over there, and you know, you can't really see what he was saying, but I can tell it was nothing but good things, because the next possession he ended up making a big play, and that was just off of just, you know, being a general.
Leadership.
That number leadership, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a floor general like Moses to be able to get. He might be the reason why, like, and credit to Dunbar. Dunbar got some big wins. You know, I think they beat CJ. They beat Pick North. You know, they don't want some big games too, and that's why they're starting to come up on our list as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people overlook Dunbar because of their size, but they're scrappy. You know, they play well. You know, I think Tony Dixon is a great coach.
No, their
I think
coaching staff, I definitely
for
give
sure.
I done seen a lot of coaching staffs, and I was telling you can even ask him. Last year, I just was like, man, it's the coaches, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, there really ain't a staff, but when I look at them, it's like, I played with LP. You know what I'm saying? I played against Poe. I know Darian, so it's like the staff they got is hoopers. Like
yeah,
this ain't no people you just pull out the stands and put on no staff. Like they know
Right.
the game
yeah,
and
All legit
culture.
players.
Like I said, know that they getting the best out them kids. I know them kids will run
yeah,
the wall for them coaches, and
yeah,
that's why you
Great
could
point.
get a team undersized, but they could get these wins because
yeah.
you get the best out of them.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like you got to think too, right? DeAndre Short, he probably what about 6'6", 6'7". They ain't playing no small. They ain't playing nobody that small.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
I think the light skinned cat was guarding him, and he was probably what 6'2", maybe 6'3", if that. With the
Yeah,
I
his
mean,
name.
he had the advantage all night.
No, they had the one cat, number 12, with the blonde and black dreads. I think he was guarding him too, but he probably was only about 6'2",
He's
6'3",
not as tall as
for
uh
sure.
buddy from Aiken.
nah. He was clearly the tallest player out there for
No,
sure.
for
Yeah,
sure.
they got
I
they
think we played them the
got
last game of the year too, so that was definitely a good scouting report for us too.
Definitely. Oh, y'all play Aiken?
Yeah, we played them at the end of the year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I
That's
think
gonna be a solid game.
the last game of the year, honestly.
Yeah, that's gonna be a solid game. I like Aiken, especially like for what all they done lost to. You know,
Yeah, I know
getting to
they.
the
I was
state
telling
finals
him
last
they
year.
new coach. They coach quit last.
Yeah,
Yeah, they coach left
yeah, but I do think like Aiken got some solid wins as well. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't gone. They ain't gone now. They ain't no tough out. I mean, they ain't no blowout team. They gonna be a tough out. They gonna still
no. You can
No,
get
they
beat.
they just like I feel like if Washington probably would have been way more. If Washington would have been the player that you're describing, they would have won.
for sure.
That's what I
Yeah,
think was missing
yeah,
now because he was like, yeah, he averaged 20. I was like, man, you kind of could have fooled me. I mean, I could see it in the first half, but the second half, it was like
Right,
I even
right,
asked him, "What's up with your man's?" Like he
right,
ain't
yeah,
out there. But
yeah. It was
like I said, man, you got
100%.
to give Dunbar their credit, and like I said, shout out to that coaching staff because that first half, like you said, they went on that run and then they came out. I want to say, I think Moses got an and one coming right out of halftime, and
yeah,
then Jay Moss started getting going. Um, my only critique on Moses would be he probably need to develop a jumper. It ain't got to be a three or mid range, but since he's a lot smaller, there really ain't gonna be a lot of room for him to get to the rack. So you know what I'm saying, that he faster, so you get that quick stop and pop.
yeah,
As far as Jay Maul, would I don't like I said, that's the first time I seen him play, but I feel like he needs another dynamic to his game because he was kind of frustrated in the first half because he couldn't get his looks because I mean from the looks of it, he needs to be back. He's a big guard, so he need to post up. I don't know if they was doubling him or they might have been running a little zone, but he really couldn't get off how he wanted to get off, and I felt like I said, that's the first time I seen him play. Now I don't know if he got a deeper bag than what was displayed, but it looked like there was a dynamic or two that he probably could have added to probably make the game a little bit more easier or open up for him on the offensive end.
yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a big fact.
I'm looking forward to see Dunbar a little bit more. I know they got I want to say they match up with Trotwood in a couple weeks, um, which should be interesting because Trotwood is 5-1. They've only lost one game. They lost to St. X. So depending on what they do, I guess this weekend,
They
They
play
play
alternate this weekend,
they play
right?
Alton this weekend. Yeah. And,
So we rolling in Trotwood. Okay,
There's some
okay,
big
we
matchups this
yeah.
weekend. Saint X
it
play
is.
Lima Senior Sunday. I mean,
Oh,
not
you mean
not Senior,
Lakota West?
go to West
Ooh,
Man,
Sunday.
that. Oh
that's
man,
the best
that's
game.
a banger.
And then you
Yeah,
got
that's the best
Fairmont
game.
versus Northmont Friday.
You said
You got
who?
Northmont versus Fairmont on Friday.
Okay.
Us versus Springfield. So it's a good weekend for high school basketball, man. Especially, I think I seen some good games going on this weekend in Cincinnati. I think a Cincinnati Columbus invitational or somewhat. I think I posted it on our page.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Played at
Well, I tell
Tab
you what,
before
you
5.
also got I want to say is it Saturday or Sunday? You got Moeller going to Centerville.
Yep, Moeller
Mm,
play.
that's gonna be a
And
good game.
Centerville just got beat by Wyoming. And
Oh,
they said Wyoming got a stud out there that put it on Centerville. I can't
You play
remember.
Wyoming flying to the hoop.
that's
Okay.
hey. So Wyoming. I think Wyoming is considered.
They
Don't
went
get
to
me
state.
wrong.
They won state last year. We went to that game. They beat Aiken.
No, they lost in the state semis.
Who did they lose to?
I can't.
But we did
Man,
go to that game though. We went to that
that
game.
was at Wright State.
Yeah, yeah, we went to that game.
Yeah.
They played after Reynoldsburg and Lakota West.
Okay. Okay. So I think right now that I think Prep Hoops probably got them the number one D4 team in the state right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Wyoming.
No,
Yeah,
Wyoming is a top team in the state for sure. I saw
they
that
they
earlier.
they are. So
Yeah.
so with Wyoming, they're bringing back basically everybody that they had last year. They're bringing back their top scorers, and they're more senior led this year than anything. And I think by them picking up that win against Centerville, that just shows how really good that Wyoming is. And and I think Wyoming and Wayne is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to come down to coaching, and it's going to come down to who really want the dub. That's how I look at it, because I think they match up pretty well with each other, but I think I think Wyoming is a little bit more experienced, and I think Wyoming got a little bit more talent than what Centerville had,
That's what
and
somebody
that's just on the
said.
D4 level.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. They said I'm trying to pull up the stats right now, but they said there was one player who just really Centerville had no answer for.
Yeah,
And that was kind of the tell of the tape, if you will. They got a guy, my best guy is better than your best guy. And, when it came down to it, they were the ones getting buckets.
yeah. I do think if Cubs played them again, they'll probably beat them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that, like, you know.
Centerville, they're having some trouble this year, though. The thing
I mean,
about yeah, go ahead.
I really feel like Centerville, and I really feel like Centerville is just they're trying to gel. They got Julian Sam, uh freshman, big time freshman that's coming in. He's coming in starting. He got his brother over there, Trey Sam, that I think he had a crazy game against Fairmont. I think he had like 27 against Fairmont.
Yeah,
Shooter.
27. Yeah,
So
he's a
I
bona
do.
fide shooter.
Yes, yes. So I think and they got Sam Keeley, and he was projected to be like one of the best players in the GWOC that was supposed to be, in the talks for GWOC player of the year on the early side. So they got guys. I forgot about Ty Roder that just transferred from Miami East. So they got guys over there that you can win with. But it's just all about, and this is what I do like about what Cups does. Like Cups loads up his schedule and play against the best. Like we was going over, like if we talk about strength of schedule, they probably have the best strength of schedule
Yeah, they playing
in the
every.
city, in the area.
You think over Trotwood?
Ooh, they about neck and neck. I'm not
I
gonna lie
looked
to
at
you, but
Trotwood. Trotwood got some.
nah,
Trotwood
they got
got
no,
some history.
they got a gauntlet. Like I think I think it comes down to like I think you talking about they got Moeller. I'm
Just
about to tell you what they got. I'm about to pull it up right now because I was just looking at it not too long ago. I think
they
they
just
got like
played Miami.
Moeller. They got Moeller coming up. I'm about to tell you right now. I ain't about to sit here and guess. They got. I'll tell y'all right now. All right, so they
Woo.
got Moeller coming up. Excuse me. They got Moeller. They got Saint Ignatius. They got Fishers from Indiana, and Fishers from Indiana. I think they won the state last year, and I think they're like ranked like 23rd in the country right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right. They played them at Flying to the Hoop. Then they got the Christ School from North Carolina. Then they got Covington Catholic. Covington Catholic is like Northern Kentucky, and they're really good.
Hey man, white flag, bro. They got it.
Then hold on. Then they got Wayne. They got the GWOC, and then they play Saint X.
Yeah.
So
St.
you
X beat
talking?
Trotwood. So
They did. They beat St. X beat Trotwood by
yeah,
20.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say this though, and this is where we're gonna start to try to go into Trotwood. I'm gonna say this right. Uh, if Darius Dennis don't get in foul trouble, it'll be a whole completely different ball game.
Against St. X. Football guy, right? Yeah. He's a four-star football player. Yeah, yeah, he's special.
I know about him and everything. Darius is one of them guys that's like he's gonna make your team better. And I think he's gonna be if they make a deep run, it's gonna be because he does a lot. He does a lot for the team. Like I said, you got your Corys and everybody else, but he's really the piece that really makes them go.
If you got
So
a big, if you got a big, man, you cooking, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Trotwood. We haven't got to
Well,
check them out.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you about their schedule real quick because
nah, Trotwood got a loaded
they got a
schedule.
good
Like
I be
schedule.
forgetting they independent, so they pick
they're
games
independent,
hard.
yeah, so they can load their schedule up. They put the DPS team, they put the DPS teams on there to be able to kind of like fill out the schedule. But I think I don't know, but I think they're trying to veer away from that because it don't give them too much of nothing.
No, for
Well,
sure.
I wouldn't give them. Okay, but I'll say this about them. I wouldn't say that their schedule is as tough as what you described with Centerville, because I think Centerville is. I think that's part of their game. I mean, it's not only are they recruit or are they scheduling the best teams. They're getting I imagine there's probably a couple TV games in there at some point. They have a lot going on with that schedule. They're playing premier teams, but you already talk about a Saint X that Trotwood played. They have an Archbishop Alter coming up. Alter's got a nice freshman. They're going to match up against a very tough Dunbar team here in 2 weeks. Bishop Watterson out of Columbus. I'm not familiar with Bishop Watterson, but I have a feeling that they were tough. I don't know if I'm basing that off of football or on the basketball side, but I feel like they were pretty good. You got Taft, you got Reynoldsburg,
Tough,
you got Lima Senior,
tough,
you got Princeton.
tough,
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down, man.
tough.
Yeah.
That's and if you can be able, even if you can be able to go 500 out of that, I think that's a win because now you're going into the tournament with I'm going into 500 and I beat half of these teams.
Yeah.
I'm going in with a lot of confidence.
I mean, think about the players that you're seeing. You play at Princeton, you got a 5-star player in Cam. You got another player on their team. I think he's a 3 or 4-star player. You got Lima Senior, who's got that amazing point guard. I think Smitty, they got another player. They got two bona fide players out there.
From you talking about from Lima Senior?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Sean Foster and Willie Foster.
Yeah, you got some killers. And then
you got killers there.
Sean the Jr. He got one more year.
Man, dude, and he's considered like top 3. He might be top 3 in the state for sure. Like Sean Foster, he really liked that. He liked that for sure.
Right.
He liked that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I do think, like I said, like I think I touched on with Alter. So like, the freshman, William Pegler, he a dog. He a dog.
Yeah, I remember he hit the game winner in the league last year, 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you remember that.
Where did that white point guard go that was on that team?
That's Cole Clevenger. That's the
The
kid that go to Tri-Village.
I thought he went to Alter.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Hey,
he go to Tri-Village.
It was tough, punk. I remember him. They played on the same team.
Yeah, you talking about the left hand guard. Yep. Yeah, that's the kid that go to Tri-Village. Yep, that's him.
Man, they at it again.
He tough.
He tough. He tough, man. Like, I can't believe you still remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a good ass game. Because they played against your mans from Moeller.
Sure did. Yep, sure did. Yep. And he down there. And what's crazy is he down there Moeller starting.
I know, that was big time. I seen that.
Yeah, and you know going
football too though.
That's what listen. Now that kid right there,
so crazy because when we went to go see him play, he ain't do nothing. But that was against St. Nex. St. Nex was on Elder. That was when they played Elder. Elder was on they.
Elder was in rare form.
Yeah, that's a fact.
As that game.
That's a fact.
So when y'all got the next rankings coming out? When's the next?
We should be coming. We should be coming out on tomorrow. We trying to come out into the new year. Coming out with our second segment of rankings. You might see some new faces on there. You might see some teams go up. Like I feel like Dunbar is probably end up going to go up. Northridge probably end up going up because they got a good win against Mason, so they might end up going up. Centerville might end up going down.
To cut you off, but we seen them play. We seen Northmont Mason play. We went to that game.
Northridge.
I'm still kind of confused on Mason's rankings in the state. Like, is it because of who? Like, did they beat some good team? I don't see them top 10 in the state.
So they beat Fairmont very first game of the season. Then they end up being Princeton. Before Cam came. Yeah, they beat Princeton. And then I forgot who else they done played.
It was undefeated until Northridge.
Until they played. Yep.
Rep today and they 7th. So it's like
I'm gonna be honest, man. I gotta agree with Smids, and I'm not trying to take anything away from those guys because they got a dynamite point guard out there. What's his name? God, I just shouted him out the other day.
Johnson kid.
Johnson, yeah. Man, I wish I knew his first name, but he's worthy. But I'd have to say I got Dunbar better than Mason.
Nah. Smith, you got Dunbar.
Render.
Smith, talk to me, man.
Render, listen. If he would have had a half a player that was decent, they would have beat Northridge because he had 30, and I mean he did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He has
Three
no help, man.
pull ups to the lane. I mean he passing it to people, but I mean he needed another.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say another him because that would have been overboard. But if he would have had like a 1/4 or a half of him on that team, they win
I'm gonna tell
easy.
you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, remember what I said about Springfield, what I said about Fairmont? Mason's probably gonna be another team that you're going to start seeing dwindle a little bit because now they just got exposed to Northridge. Everybody's gonna start looking at that film and being like, what did Northridge do to be able to manipulate the game and pull it to their favor? You know what I'm saying? Because think about it like this, right? They still got to play Lakota West. They still got to play. They still got a whole schedule to still play. So yeah, just because you number 7, number 6 right now,
Yeah.
don't mean you gonna be number 7 or number 6 going into that tournament.
But
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I don't really feel like Northridge did anything like extravagant to win though. You know what I'm saying?
Probably didn't.
Like I mean, dude single handedly damn near almost won the game. Like he came like he was on a run. They came back, but then that's when they started to get the ball to
They
Keontae.
just didn't have enough, man.
You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, like, bro, outside of that point guard,
yeah, like
here's the
there's
point.
nothing there.
Listen, at one point, because we did the podcast with these guys last week, at one point in the podcast, I said, I almost wish Bryson Johnson played for another team. like, don't even quit wasting his time. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
facts.
Let him go put Bryson on Springfield, and then we probably having a whole different conversation today. Or maybe
Now you talking about adding almost a 20-point
yeah, you
score
want
with
more points? Hey, what?
yeah. Hey man,
James
listen,
Harden,
man.
Kyrie, and Kevin Durant.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you who really needs Bryson, and that's Centerville. They are
Oh
struggling right now,
Your
trying to
man's though,
find.
number four. Number
Hey, I'm
four.
gonna give my man his props. You talk about Dash Dash. I think it's Dash Craver, young
yeah.
point,
Okay.
young point guard. That's my guy. But I'm talking about if Centerville wanted to be a contender. I'm talking about not just GWOC but the state. You throw a guy like Bryson in there. He's a senior. He ready rock, man. Dash is still developing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like last year, hey,
Yeah.
Bryson ready to cook yesterday. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Last
He play
week,
like
he
that. He
ready.
definitely making the all cooker
He's a
team.
cooker, man. Oh, he's a cooker, bro. So again, man, I'm not trying to take anything away from your scouting report, man, because I mean you guys have been on point all season long, and it really been a guide for me and Smitty as far as where our eyes and our attention needs to go, because that's how we got to Tri Village. But I'm just basically saying when we watched the Northridge game and the Mason game, I didn't really see overwhelming talent among either of those teams. And
Yeah.
I bring up Dunbar because Dunbar doesn't have overwhelming talent, but that is a well coached, deep team. You really
I
got to
agree.
bring your lunch if you're gonna go play with Dunbar. And I honestly think Dunbar can beat either of those teams. I mean, Smith, you can tell me differently. I mean, that's just my opinion. But when I watch a Dunbar, I feel like they might have been a little tougher than Northridge and Mason.
I
Mm.
mean, it definitely heart wise. Like I feel like they definitely ain't gonna be able to push them around. They like you said, they so scrappy in that system, man. Like that's I don't
I'll say they'll give them a
you
good
can't
game.
take their heart. You just gonna have to beat them. But they're not gonna like stop playing hard. Like how Fairmont got done, I don't see Dunbar getting done like that.
Oh
Even
no, no,
even if
no.
they losing by 20 or 30, they're still gonna be playing
Tougher.
hard. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
tougher.
Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
just ain't
like here. Yeah.
Nah, I agree. I agree with that. It really gonna come down to like it's gonna come down to who like it's gonna come down to matchups. That's what's really gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to matchups. It's gonna come down to, who can make the best adjustment, who's hitting shots that game. Um, that's what's gonna really just come down to. Like I think Dunbar shocked a lot of people this year. Like I don't think people really thought because of their size. I don't think that people's writing off Dunbar. It's coming to the point now. It's like you better put some respect on Dunbar name because you know when I saw them and true enough, I think like I talked to one of the coaches at Pick North. I think some of their kids some of their seniors had left early to go to school. A 20 point, you getting beat by 20. Hey, that's unacceptable. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
But I do think though that I think Dunbar is definitely one of the top teams in the area for sure. And I do think, as the season go on, I do think you're going to see Dunbar really emerge as one of those teams that can make a solid run in the tournament. I really think that. And I think like, Tony about due for one. You know, he about due for a run. Especially what happened last year. You
Man,
know,
that was
yeah,
that was
especially what
that was
happened last year.
crazy.
Tony due for
That was
one.
crazy. That was
That
crazy.
was crazy.
And
That
they
was
probably
crazy.
would have made one last year for real, for real.
I agree. I agree. I agree. But it's like I said, it's gonna come down to matchups. It's gonna come down to adjustments. It's gonna come down to who really wanted more. So shout out to Dunbar, man. I really, really impressed with what they got going on,
Lot of
man. And I
respect.
think that was a big dub
For sure.
against Aiken.
Because Aiken's good. Aiken, just as much as I would throw Dunbar in there, again, Northridge and Mason, hey man, they play Aiken, boy, they could get whooped. Either
I
one of
can
them,
I can agree.
either one of them
But I
get whooped. Mm-hmm.
but I will say this too, right? I think Keontae and Deontay are probably one of the better duos
Difference
around here
makers.
as
Yeah, for
well.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
And I think like I said, they got some guys around them, but it really starts with them too.
It's them too, 100%, man.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
starts with them too, and I really feel like you know North Ridge can be able to make a run,
they
especially
will.
this year in D4. I think they can make a run,
They will, man.
but
Especially, I'm sorry, go ahead.
but hey man, they're gonna have to see them boys down in Wyoming. They gotta go see them. They
Mm.
gotta see them. They gotta see them. They gotta see Alter. They gotta see a lot of other teams around. So, but I do think Northridge got something special that they got cooking up right now. So, shout out to Northridge as well.
They got that Keontae kid who's, if I'm not mistaken, he's a legitimate 4-star player.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
can see why. I mean, he's a kid that, if he decides to take over the game, I don't know who's going to stop him, right?
yeah,
He got it like
yeah,
that. And then his brother he's just aggressive all night long.
yeah, yeah. I agree, and I think like you know, Keontae is definitely. To be honest, I don't even think Keontae has really even like
I
really reached his
agree.
full potential
Not
yet.
even
Like, and
close.
that's the scarier
Not
part, right?
even close.
Like, like I think last summer he was the Adidas 3SSB MVP.
That's
Of
a
the
fact.
whole thing, and that's huge. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's huge for him. That's huge for their school. Because they're now starting to get some notoriety and everything. So I do think Keontae hasn't even tapped into like where he can actually really just dominate a game, and I think that's what we're waiting on. You know, but I do think his brother as well, Deontay, is a experienced guy. He's a senior. I think he knows how to put the ball in the bucket, and I think he does a good job of just getting the guys together. Like I said, senior leader. It's your last year. Everything else, you
And,
know,
and they got to share that basketball. There's only one
it's
basketball.
only one basketball. At the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
it's only one ball. So, nah, shout out to them, man. I hope they end up making a deep run into the tournament for sure.
that's another team that was on your list that we had to go check them out.
Yeah, nah, they might be going up too. Like hey, we can't show no favoritisms.
McKinley by like 30.
That's what I'm saying. They just beat Leonard McKinley by 30, and
Yeah.
you gotta show them some love. You gotta show them love. Say
Right.
that again.
I said one of them McKinleys they just beat by 30.
Right. Right. Yeah, I saw
So
some
you gotta show them
highlights.
love.
Dante had a good game for sure.
Yeah.
How are y'all feeling? A couple things I wanna ask y'all real quick before we wrap up. I'm a senior versus Lakota West. Who wins that game and why?
It's
Ooh.
tough. It's tough because they had a scrimmage. Like it was like the last scrimmage before. It was kind of like a foundational game that they had. They played, and Lima Senior ended up beating them by 20. But
Damn.
but Lakota West didn't have Josh Tyson. So and let's keep it a spade a
3
spade.
star, 4 star, what is he?
I think Josh Tyson is a 4-star. Josh Tyson, I'm gonna say this, right? Josh Tyson I think he has the ability to be Mr. Basketball this year. That's how good Josh Tyson is. That's how good Lakota West is with Josh Tyson, right? Like you still got your Bryce Currys, you still got your Roman Combs, like you still got other guys that contribute, right? But that team doesn't go at all unless Josh Tyson is on that floor. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. He gets everybody going. Like he brings the energy. Like, you know, he like that. Let's just keep it a spade a
No,
spade.
that's
He just
a fact.
really like that.
I got
So
hip to
like,
him through the league last year.
hey, listen, man, off subject real quick. Like, so I played against my boy Frost in the fall league, and he had Josh on his team, and I try to have a game plan for him. Like I really tried to scout him. Like I had notes on him and everything, and like it's just different. Like I think he came out like his first like 4 shots was all threes, and I didn't think like he got better with his shooting ability. Man, he proved me wrong. I think he ended up with like about 22, 12, and 8. So like,
He
so
definitely got high motor, man.
nah, he got a high motor, and a kid like that's highly ranked that has a high motor. Nah, he's a power 5 kid. He's just a
And
power 5 kid.
and will put you in that basket too.
Oh, facts. Oh, and will flex on you. He will yell in your. Oh, nah, he about everything. I'm
Smith,
trying to tell you.
is this the guy
Nah,
you
Josh
said?
Tyson really like that. And like I said, that's another kid I done played against since he was like second grade. So he's been that ever since then. So he's always been the top in their class, and I think he still is the top in their class. And him going into Lima Senior is going to like him going into Lima Senior and playing against them. Like that's going to be a banger. Like that's going to be like probably one of the best games of the year.
Smith, this is the same guy that you said could be a McDonald's All American.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I agree. Listen, so
That
he
good.
went to the the USA camp, and I think he got an invite back. If he ends up making that USA team, he might end up being in that conversation for the McDonald's All American.
Smith, who wins?
That's tough.
I'm going
That's
west,
tough.
man. I'm going west. I mean, Lyman. You can't go wrong either way, man. We done seen Lyman Senior. I was up at the mega scrimmage. We tapped in with the highlights and keeping track on them. I'm going west, man. Shout out my boy Frost, man. I I got way. I'm low
So,
key biased, man. When it comes to certain things, I'm gonna just be all the way real. You know what I'm saying? I
Nah, for sure.
I fool with Frost, man. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely gotta. I gotta go. I gotta go with the home team, man. I'm gonna go with West for the.
but you gave us the drop on Frost, but you never told us who's going to win.
That's tough. It's tough. It's tough because that's a high level game, man.
For sure.
That's a real high
It's
level
a
game.
good game.
And I think I'm gonna tell you why West. I'm gonna tell you why West gonna win that game. When you give a kid motivation like Josh Tyson, or you get, and I ain't even let's not even just talk about him. Let's talk about like the Bryce Currys, the Roman Combs. Like they're going to show up as well, you know. But also, I think Coach Moss is one of the best coaches in the state. He's definitely one of the best coaches in the state. I went to the Reynoldsburg Lakota West game
This year or last year?
this year.
This year.
This year when they played up at Capitol.
What? Yeah.
So when I say that was a high level game, that was a real high level game. But you started to see, you started to see coaching started to become a thing in there now. You got to implement coaching in there now. And when I saw like the coach, like when I saw Moss was like he was still poised, even though they was down like they went down like 20-9 in early in the first quarter. And I still saw them like poised, and you know this is where when the game slows down, you got to be able to execute, you know. And I saw Moss really like execute in the half court. Like he was running a lot of sets. He ran a lot of horns. He ran a lot of double staggers. He was running plays to the point that he was executing almost everything to a T, and really got himself like just got the team back into the game. You know, and that's just not just adding, Bryce Curry dunking on somebody, getting a body. That's not adding, Roman Combs having a really good game, but you know, that's where coaching start becomes a thing when you're making an adjustment down the line in the fourth quarter, that when you come out with getting a big win, you know, going to somebody else's city and gonna go get a win and go home, hey, I gotta tip my hat to him.
Hey,
And
Pretty sure it was
you
a
know,
hostile environment too, because
I was
Reynoldsburg
just about
they
to say
bring
that,
back
bro.
crowd.
I was
We
just about to
sat
say
on
that.
Reynoldsburg's side when they played Lakota
No,
West, and
they're into it. There's a lot of pride over there. But I was going to bring that up as a factor versus Lima because, woo, you going up to Lima Senior.
oh no, the
this
bean,
game is like a lead
that's
head. I don't even know how this even was made possible, but I know this. I know it's gonna be a lot of media there. This gonna
oh
bring
yeah, it's gonna be
out.
lit. It's gonna
No,
be lit.
it's gonna bring the people out for sure.
Yeah,
You better get there at the start of JV.
right.
I'm gonna be out of town, man. I'm leaving out Friday
Ooh,
after the game, man. I'm gonna miss a lot of hoop this weekend, man.
ooh,
What day
that's
is that?
tough.
Sunday, the 4th.
Yeah, the
Mm,
fourth.
Yeah,
Yep, fourth.
because you
mm.
got it's action packed Saturday, and then you got that game. I'm pretty sure everybody gonna try to get to that game.
Facts. No,
Damn.
that's a fact.
That's an hour 45 I'd have made. You feel me? If I'd have been around.
Hold on, Hump. You ain't give us your pick too. Hold on now. Don't try to skate out of that. Hey, we
Hey,
ain't doing that.
hey,
Yeah,
hold
what's
on,
up?
man. Listen. So I would be real, man. I didn't get a chance to see Lima last year, but I'm familiar with some of the players that they got. I know they got a lot of talent. I know they got a lot of guard talent. But I did see Lakota West, and I saw them play against Reynoldsburg in the playoffs last year. I didn't see this year's playoffs, and I kind of got a dark spot because I don't know how good Lima is. I just know from history of me being a player, me being involved in some of those games. I know Lima Senior. I know Lima from Travis Walton at Michigan State. I know him from the small point guard from that went to Kentucky. He played for
Simpson.
nope.
Nah, you talking about Tyler
I'm talking
Eulis.
about
Tyler Eulis.
yep,
Tyler
Eulis.
Eulis,
Because
yeah.
he played for Phoenix, and then
Yep.
Simpson went to Michigan. Okay.
Yep.
And then don't forget, even though he ain't a Lima senior boy, we just talk about Lima. Lima got them hoopers, Jamar Butler, correct? Mr.
Lima Heat.
Basketball after
Lima Heat,
LeBron.
boy. That's
Okay.
Jamar Butler.
So
Yeah.
Jamar Butler. So like I said, I don't want to count Lime out because historically, hey man, them guys, man, hey bro, we don't even got to go 2000s. If you really follow Lyman, you could go 90s, you could go 80s. I mean, them boys be playing. They just studs forever. So anyway, back to the point. I said all that to say I'm gonna go with Lakota because I seen Lakota and they got some killers over there. I was very impressed with Lakota last year when they played Reynoldsburg. I thought that Lakota should have won that game. Reynoldsburg just pulled it out. So I'm going to go Lakota West, but I'm going to add an asterisk to that statement because I didn't get to see Lima at all this last couple of years. So I'm really just taking a wild guess.
You think that's going to be available online somewhere?
Somebody got it, man. There's too many, like Coach said, man, there's too many stars involved. So there has to be some media somewhere. Somebody's going live. Yeah. Somebody's got a cast somewhere that we can tap into if we don't get to that game.
Actually, it will be online. I think Lakota West got their own network, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
because they had the Reynoldsburg game, but it was on their YouTube channel.
Oh, kind of like Trotwood and CJ be doing.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing. So if you go on the Lakota West, YouTube page, I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna end up having that game on there for sure.
That's what's up,
fellas. I got one more question, maybe two. Just bear with me. Question number one: who is the best player that y'all have laid eyes on, whether you watched them in person, whether you saw them online this season?
High school?
The best single high school player.
Just period, nation or Ohio?
I would say Ohio. I'll say of the teams and the players that we covered.
I have to go Josh Tyson.
Lakota.
Yep, I have to go Josh Tyson. I think, and this is not diminishing anybody else, but like I just said, he makes Lakota West go. If Josh Tyson doesn't play in that Reynoldsburg game, they don't win. I really think Josh Tyson is the best player. He might be the best player in Ohio, regardless of class. And that's really tough to say because you still got Marcus Johnson that was Mr. Basketball from last year.
He just had 40?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he just have a crazy game like last week? 40, 41?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. But I really honestly think if Lakota West played Garfield, Josh Tyson would outplay Marcus Johnson.
Wow. I believe you.
You want to know what? Hearing it is one thing. Shit, Jay Sean outplayed him last year. So shit. And it's no knock on Jay Sean. Jay Sean ain't got as near as much hype as Josh. So if Jay Sean can do it, I know Josh can do it. You feel me? I mean, and don't get me wrong, because Wayne definitely controlled that game, or they controlled the whole game. But you could just tell that Marcus was just it's just levels, like the footwork, the movement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, he was allowed. He shot 40 shots. He had 40, but he shot 40 shots. Some of them moves, you was like, okay.
Yeah.
Saying,
yeah.
This ain't normal. This ain't normal.
No.
I would probably just not the to piggyback off you and agree, I'll probably go Marcus Johnson or the kid that go, what is it, Western Reserve? Big, he going to Old State, lefty,
Oh, you
commit.
talking about dang man, Anthony Thompson.
Uh, you want to know what's so crazy? I wish he would have stayed because I think him and Coffee would have been a nice 1-2 punch in Lebanon, man.
Oh, facts. I
Shout
agree.
out to Coffee too. I mean, we ain't really give no talk about Lebanon, but Jay Sean Coffee, he a nice sophomore stud. I got hit to him in y'all's league as well last year, out
Yeah,
in Lebanon. But yeah, I'll give it to Johnson or the cat from Western Reserve, Thompson going to O State. I think he just had like 42 last night or the night before. But them two, I'll give it to either one of them. I mean, like I said, I could say Tyson with you, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Just to give us a different look.
Hard not to
yeah.
put Tyson in there. And I'm really going to have more of an opinion after this weekend when I watch the game. But if I would probably say the best player that I've seen, and not trying to piggyback and be like my partner in crime, Schmiz, but Marcus last year, even though they played Wayne, he shot 40 shots. He really didn't have the best game, but I saw his bag, and his bag looked primetime Saturday Division I level.
Yeah.
It looked like it belonged on a Tom Izzo or a Calipari or any of the premier programs. I'm not saying he's like a Power 5 kid all day, all night, because those kids are just, man, those are just like the top 0.01%, players in the whole country. But this kid, as far as Ohio, I mean, I saw it all. I saw athletic ability. I saw his, he was pulling, again, a level above your best high school player type of moves. You know what I mean? The handle, the balance, the ability to pull from anywhere. He missed so many shots that he could have made. If he would have made half the shots that he missed, he probably would have had 50. He was just an absolute stud.
One leg setbacks was crazy, bro.
Bro,
Like
I mean, the way he was
handle,
attacking
yeah, his handle, man, it
his
just
bag, again, I gotta watch this Lima game versus Lakota is going to tell me a lot. But as far as just the deepest bag that I've seen, it was probably Marcus. Now I want to throw an honorable mention here, and y'all know who I'm going to say too. Y'all may not know. Y'all may
Mercer.
not know. Hold on, y'all may not know who I'm gonna say, but when I say his name, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah,
I was gonna say Mercer.
Dylan Ziegler.
Oh, you love
Dylan
Zig. You love Zig.
Ziegler.
You love Zig.
You,
You was talking
you,
about him last year.
Dylan
Love Zig.
Ziegler.
I was gonna
Listen,
say Mercer though.
I like Mercer too. That's my man. But I'm gonna tell you something about Dylan, bro. Dylan might be just as tough as Marcus right now. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to Dylan this year. That he just had a big game the other night. I can't remember who they beat, but the scouts were saying that as of right now, as a sophomore, y'all might be looking at one of the best guards in the country, not Ohio, the country. Dylan Ziegler. So just keep looking. Hey, I know y'all got a lot of basketball. Y'all be covering. Y'all everywhere. But hey, man, the guy from where they at? The Lou? What's that called, Spins?
Lutheran East.
Luther and East, yeah.
Listen. Hey,
One of they
just like
star players banged out, and they still rolling. So that should
listen,
tell you how tough
Dylan
he is.
Ziegler, man, true sophomore, from what I
So
understand.
like,
Yeah.
so what's crazy is I watched Dylan Ziegler. They played against Westernville North up at Capitol before the Reynoldsburg game, and
Okay.
Dylan Ziegler definitely the real deal. Like I got hip to him last year when they played against I forgot who they played against to fly into the hoop,
Huntington
but
Prep.
Huntington Prep.
Huntington Prep,
Yeah.
and
He had
I
like
think
28.
he put on a show.
Yeah. As a
He
freshman.
put on a show as
Now,
a
you want to talk
freshman.
about a freshman?
They
Cam
went
was
in
a
Yeah.
freshman
talking
too.
about the tall dude. He didn't even play. The one dude didn't even play that transferred To
Are you
what?
talking about TJ?
Yeah, he didn't even play for.
TJ Crumble, yeah. Yeah, yep. No, that's a fact. Yeah, I'm hip to Ziggler. Not Ziggler dog though, for sure. He definitely one of the ones. No cap.
All right, fellas. Yeah, looked like he got offers from Nebraska, Ohio State already. Only a sophomore.
Nah,
Class.
he like that.
And
Nah, he
decommitted
like
from
that.
O State and committed to South Carolina.
Nah, I'm talking about Ziegler. You talking about Marcus?
Yeah,
Marcus
yeah. I'm saying
decommitted.
like
Yeah.
that was kind of, I don't know, kind of left field. But
Well, yeah, it is a head scratcher, man. Pause because unless Ohio State is bringing back tons of guards, they should have an opening. Because they don't have a guard quite like him. I think Thornton is a really dynamic guard, and then they got the other light skinned cat that
Oakley,
just transferred in, Oakley. But I think Marcus has a better bag than those guys. Now, hey, it's different when you playing against the players that Ohio State plays against. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it was a little bit of, hey, I don't know, man. Maybe South Carolina had a better offer. Maybe he liked the environment. I don't know. I mean, he's in the SEC, so he's going to be a stud. He's going to be
you
playing
know what?
against studs every week.
You know
Any
what?
way you want to do it, man. Oh yeah.
You
Look,
ain't lying. You ain't lying at all. Hey, when it
I
comes to
low
that
key wanted,
NIL money,
I low key
you ain't
wanted to
lying.
throw that in there too, man. We might have to bring it back on the next segment, but I definitely
right.
wanted to dive into the NIL and the NBA players going back to college.
Oh, that's
That's
wild.
definitely gonna. I mean,
I don't know how long.
already tough for the high school kids, but that just threw a bigger,
I don't
even.
know how long that's going to last, man. There is too many notable people upset about that right
I mean, it shouldn't even have happened.
now. Yeah, I mean, a
Listen,
lot of people.
31. That's what. That's the beginning of the second round, ain't it? That's the first second round pick, ain't it?
Right.
That's second round. Yep, that's top of the second.
There's no way you're going back to school.
Mhm.
Like what?
But yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's definitely crazy.
Hey, fellas, great episode.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
Appreciate y'all
y'all.
rocking this
Happy
2025,
New Year to the fans.
2026. We here, man. Fourth quarter podcast, United through hoops.
Yes.
My
I want
man, appreciate you. Hopefully, this ain't the last time we get
I
you
was
on.
just going to say that. I was just going to say that, Coach. We got to have
Hey,
you back.
hey,
Got to have you
hey,
back, bro.
hey, listen, whenever y'all want me to come on, I'm fully open to come
We
on. Hey,
need
if
you.
y'all want me to come on next week,
Yeah,
hey, I'll be on
Hey,
yeah.
for
you
We
know,
we,
sure.
I'm
we,
tapped
we
in.
got to have you back, man. And I just want to piggyback on what Smiz was saying too. Not only do we want to have Coach back, but stay tapped in. United through hoops, four quarters podcast. Hey, listen, man. This might be the route you got to take if you really want to you really want to know what's going on, man. We
For
got
sure.
rankings coming out tomorrow from United Through Hoops. I can't wait to see those. So, hey man, if you're a fan and you're a local fan, you're an Ohio fan, you might want to tap in, man. Some good stuff going on.
For sure.
Yeah, we like I said, we gonna come out with the rankings. Like I said, it's gonna be it's the room gonna shake when y'all see these rankings. I'm gonna
Coach,
tell you
hold
that
on real
right
quick,
now.
man. Coach, hold on real quick, man. Be easy on Springfield, all right? All right, hold on, man. Hey,
And what's crazy is like,
hey,
we're gonna
easy.
get out of here. What's crazy is, man, one of my dudes, and I ain't gonna say his name. One of my dudes was very highly of Springfield. You know what I'm saying? And when they went 3-0, I was kind of like, ooh, like I was kind of like I was on the verge of like, to kind of just bite my words. But when they lost to Centerville, I said, okay, all right, they starting to come back into form. When they lost, they lost to Northmont. I said, ooh, they starting to come back now. Here we go. Here go the slippery slope now. Here we
You know
go.
him.
Yeah, right. And then when
Nah, don't
They
do it.
lost by 20. I said,
That's
"Oh
where
man, here we go."
I'm like, you can't even be lenient on them. I'll give you the Centerville and Fair and the Northmont because of how it planned out. You feel me? Northmont playing good and Centerville. But you throw that damn 20-point loss by KO. It's like Michigan losing to Appalachian State, fam. Like, what can you know? What can you do?
Hey, hey, hold on. Oh,
When you lose like that, and
To
like I could see
Appalachian
if it was
State
a
is
little buzzer
crazy.
beater, you know what I'm saying? But a Twinkie,
hey, man. This is about to be the real right here. What you just said, man. We got to sound bite that one. That's the one that the public needs to see. They gonna be on your head, fam. Paul, you done.
it's all love. Y'all know I bleed blue and gold, man. Springfield South to the death. I mean, I ain't even Springfield High, so I'm Springfield South anyway. So you feel me? We want
Okay,
to get
talk to
back.
him.
Technically,
You feel
Okay,
me?
talk to him.
I'm
to be
Springfield
technical.
South. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Yep.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like he said, man. United through hoops. Fourth quarter podcast, man. We here, man. We here, man.
Yeah, whenever y'all want me to come back on, man, I'm totally up for it, man.
Oh,
Cause
appreciate you.
I like, yeah, not for sure. I like talking about basketball, man. Like that, that's what we live for. So hey, I'm with it.
And you
Yes,
tapped in, man. All right, man. Yo,
yes,
four
sir.
quarter podcast,
All right,
fellas.
man.
We out. Yes,
You
sir,
already know.
coach. Smitty.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Till next time.